Hey y'all. If y'all wondering why I got the same shirt on, then you must have saw my last video I just recorded. But since I'm sitting here, I'm like, let me just knock this review out. I am really late, but because the Housewives did a week off for Memorial Day, it gave me an opportunity to catch up. So if you are here, welcome. My name is Carol, and I will be reviewing season 14, episode 3 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's talk about it. You know, I got my notes like I always do when I'm watching it. Let's just jump straight into it. The episode starts off with a cute little montage of Candy and Ty with the youngins, Ace and Blaze. And then it shows Drew trying to get her son on the school bus. He's running late. And she has on her robe and she's like, come on, come on. And then it has Sanya with Deuce playing with her gold medals that she won from the Olympics. The episode shows Kenya, then it jumps into Kenya looking for a venue for Brooklyn's third birthday. I think it was her third birthday. Yeah, Brooklyn's third birthday party. And the first thing I clearly noticed was Kenya was wearing a wig. We all know Kenya has hair, but baby, Kenya is protecting her hair this season because that was the wig in Kenya's head. Kenya then talks to the planner, and she then tells the planner that the budget is $10,000 to $15,000. Because she was like, she doesn't want to go any more over that because she's going through her divorce with Mark. And then she talks about how Mark is like not really putting in. Sorry, I'm back. I had to change the battery. I didn't have to change the memory card, girl. It's a lot. But, and I felt like a lash was fluttering. So back to where I left off, Kenya talking to the wedding planner. The party planner. So she's basically she basically starts telling us like what's been going on with the divorce with Mark and how she has physical custody of Brooklyn, but Mark has like no limitations as to when he can see Brooklyn win in Atlanta. And she was basically saying like how she want to keep it short because she does have to pay for college and all that other stuff, but you know, Kenya got it, but $10K for a 3-year-old's party, that's still a lot of money. But she got it, though. She got it. So then it goes to Cheray in the gym with her trainer, and she tells him that Marlo's coming. And he's like, oh, I know Marlo. Child, that was so funny to me. Like, that was, oh, my goodness, because Marlo is me at the gym. Like, no, now I actually, like, really do work out. Like, when I go for the... let's not go into that. But when I go out to work out, but when Marlo went, Marlo was cute. And Marlo was like, she didn't want to do too much work. And Marlo said she didn't come to work out. She said she came to look cute, baby. And it was so funny because the editors, oh my God, they put that timer on when Marlo actually worked out. And it came out to be 11 seconds. And she was like, I'm tired. And then Marlo told them, you know, you could just be my trainer for the day. She was like, I want to work on my butt and toning. She said, I just wanted to poke out a little bit. So Marlo does want to work, but not work, if that makes any sense. So what's been going on? Why did I write that? That's what Marlo said. So they put that timer on. Marlo worked out for literally 11 seconds, y'all. 11 seconds. Marlo then told the trainer, she was like, you could just be my trainer for the day. She was like, I just want to work on my butt. She said, and just let it poke out a little bit, like she just wants to poke. But Marlo body is banging. Y'all, I just saw a video of Marlo. She went to some ball they had in Atlanta for what's his name, P, with Diddy, and I saw Miami in them, and Marlo, and then I saw her with Nene. Baby, Marlo in that dress though. Like, to say Marlo only worked out 11 seconds, Marlo's body is snatched, honey. Snatched. So, Marlo told Cheray, when the trainer left, it was just Marlo and Cheray talking, and Marlo was like, so what's been going on with y'all since y'all was hating on my event? Like, I love Marlo for that, because Marlo like went straight into it. She was like, let's cut the chase. What y'all been up to? Because I want to know what y'all been up to, but I also need to let you know that I know y'all was hating on my event. So let me just throw that in there too. So Cheray tell Marlo that, you know, she has a very niche clientele. And Marlo was like, I know, like, I'm not for everyone. She was like, she was like, the archive isn't for everyone. She said she's going to keep it in the industry. And she want to get in the costume department with Tyler Perry. And then that's when Cheray tells Marlo that Cairo now works for Tyler Perry. And that, you know, he's always busy and stuff like that. So then Marlo asks Cheray, how was it raising Cairo? Because, you know, she's a Montee now. She's raising her nephews. And then she says she's going to put her nephew in acting classes. And she's going to take some as well. Child, Marlo said she wants to, she's, you know, her little reading, her little confession. She was like, check my IMDb. She said, check my IMBD. And, like, Marlo, how you want to be an actress and you want your I'm about to say it wrong, trying to correct her. You want your what is it now? Girl, now you got me second guessing what it, oh Lord. What my cousin said? IMDb, what is it? It's IMDb. Yeah, I'm right. Look, I got nervous because I'm about to try to laugh at Marlo. I have to make sure I was saying it right. But how do you talk about you on an IMDb page and you don't even know the correct way the acronyms, the words, the letters are, whatever. Let me get off of it because I'm messing up my damn self. So Drew brought up Marlo. I'm sorry, take that back. Marlo got brought up. Drew got brought up is what I meant to say. So somehow as they talking, they brought Drew up because Marlo was about being an actress or whatever like that. And then Marlo was so quick to tell Cheray, because you know they can't wait to throw them bones, baby. Collect them bones. Bring that bone back to each other. So Marlo told Cheray that Candy told her that Drew said that she don't pay her assistant. And Cheray was like, you know, Cheray feeling some type of way because she like, why is Drew telling my business? And then why is Candy repeating it? Why Candy didn't come tell me? Because she was like, Candy wouldn't like it if somebody was talking about her. And she right. So then Marlo shows a new confessional look. And y'all, I absolutely love this confessional look on Marlo. It was the little, I don't know, she had like a little 27 piece with a little black bustier. Marlo, let me tell you something. This is why Atlanta, I watched Dubai the other night. Dubai premiered last night. I watched Dubai last night. I will say this. Atlanta is my favorite franchise because the ladies are relatable. They look like me. They act like me. And they all look good. Like it's the looks for me. But Dubai, child. Dubai is coming for them. Ooh. Dubai is coming for them because they got Lisa Milan on there, and I loved her. Let me stay on topic, y'all. I'm talking about Real Housewives, but I watch Atlanta Housewives because it's like literally watching like my aunties or my older sisters, like my aunties, just for fun kiki. It's a good time. Marlo's confessional. She has a new look, and I put she looks amazing with her 27 piece, so I mentioned that. And then Marlo said, you know, the streets say Cheray don't pay her bills. Yo, that is so funny to me. Like, it's not funny what they're saying, but it's funny that it's like a running gag. Like, it's just, everybody knows, like, Cheray don't pay her bills. And, like, back, like, in the past seasons with Kenya called Chateau, she can't pay, like, it's kind of like on Martin when it was like, Tommy, you ain't got no job. Like, Tommy ain't got no job. It's like, Cheray can't pay her bill. Cheray don't pay her bill. Cheray don't pay. It's like, yo, it's not funny, but I know Cheray don't like it, but that shit is funny. Because they was like, everybody knows Cheray can't pay her bills. Yo, don't do Cheray like that. Don't do Cheray like that. So then, you know, Cheray started telling Marlo that the assistant be telling Drew's business, And Marlo tried to work out again, child. This time Marlo only worked out for what I put 18 seconds. We go into a commercial. Then it comes back with Candy on a call with her agent talking about. So then it comes back. So it goes on a commercial, and then it comes back with Candy on a call with her agent talking about the play. And talking about her Broadway play, and sending PR boxes. Candy then goes into her confessional, and she says she wants to have an EGOT, which is the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony. She was like, she already has the G, which is the Grammy. So her agent brings up a la carte. I think that's the name of the show, and they really want her. And then Todd comes in. And Todd's like, he begins to talk about how their sex life is basically like non-existent. Yeah. Not non-existent. He said it's not where it needs to be. Their sex life is not where it needs to be. And to be honest with you, it seems like Todd has a little resentment towards Candy. So I don't know. So they get the talking in there. Candy completely forgets she's still on a call with her agent. And then so then it goes to Drew. Drew is out shopping for Brooklyn for her birthday party with the assistant Anthony. And they bring up Cheray again. And here go Anthony with the line again. He was like, it's no shade, but she don't like to pay. Like, he was like, it's no shade, but Cheray don't like to pay, yo. Y'all, they are really killing me with that line. Like, y'all... Ooh, anyway, so then Sanya calls Drew and tells her that she got into a wreck. And Drew's like, okay, let me check out. She ended up spending like $200 on Brooklyn. And then she and Anthony runs out to go pick up Sanya from her crash. And Sanya's all frantic. And I'm not going to much lie, because anytime something happened to me, I am like Sanya, I go crazy. I'm like, ah. And people like, it's okay. I'm one of those people. So I get it. Because when they showed like the truck, I was like, because she said that somebody like hit her and they pulled her. And I looked at that truck, I guess because it's a big truck. I guess because it was a big black SUV. It's a big truck. Like, maybe we didn't see, it didn't do too much damage because the truck was so big. But I mean, I seen a little side scrape. I saw the little scrape on the side, but I ain't really see like damage like that. But I'm watching it from my living room. I was not there. I don't know, but I'm just saying. Let me move on. But Sanya was just so frazzled. And then, so Drew and Anthony picked up Sanya, and then I think it was a commercial or whatever, and then it cuts into Brooklyn just sitting on Kenya's lap, just a cutie. Like, Brooklyn is really a beautiful, beautiful baby girl. And Cheray's on a video, and then it cuts to Cheray on video chat with Tyrone. And then Marlo with her nephews asking about the party if they wanted to go. And Marlo has like, her nephews are like, look like high school and middle school child. They're not trying to go to no 3-year-old tea party. Sanya is with Aaron talking about the accident and Deuce. Yeah, so it cuts to Sanya talking to Aaron about the accident. And then talking about, I wish you were here. And then Aaron then talks about how he went back to Austin for their chauffeur business to help out. So y'all, that's what all happened before the tea party. Let's get into this tea party. So now we go into Brooklyn's tea party, her third birthday. It was nice. The venue looked nice. Everything looked nice. It was done by the same lady who did Cynthia's engagement party. Was it an engagement party? Yeah, I wrote Cynthia's engagement party last season. And it was empty when we first saw it. No one was there, and Kenya was like, kind of sucks because people are like an hour late. And I'm like, damn, like, how everybody an hour late? Like, normally you always gonna have those that are late. But normally you get your few that come in early, but like everybody was an hour late. Like, that's crazy. So then we go into Cheray's confessional look. Because Cheray was the first person to arrive. And then it cuts into this confessional look where Cheray has this big ponytail with the bang. Child, it was awful. Like, Cheray, like Cheray, let me tell you something. She never missed. So like when you seen, I was like, what is that? I was like, who did that? Like who did that ponytail? It looked like Cheray did that herself. Like, now I wouldn't even say she did it herself. Like who did that? Like no. All right. But I saw on social media, Cheray made light of it. Like she went ahead and she posted it. She posted a picture of Jada with her bang and her pony. And she was like, that's what she wanted, but that's not what she got. But I'm glad Cheray was lighthearted about it because, child, that pony it was the cleavage, the thickness and the bang, that pony. It just was not it, okay? So Cheray was the first one to arrive. Kenya asked her if she's looking forward to seeing the other lady. Cheray was like, I am. She was like, is Drew coming? And it goes into a commercial. And then once the commercial comes back and we meet Moneta, which is Neil's ex, with their kids, and they were very underdressed. Like you could tell, I don't know if she was maybe invited last minute or she didn't get the tea party memo, because they was dressed for a party, but like a kids party, but not like a tea party. So Drew came with her daughter, and oh my god, the both of them were cute. Drew had on the same dress Kenya had worn a couple of seasons back for I won't say Bailey, for Brooklyn's Barbie party. Kenya had the dress in pink. Drew had it in white with the little hat. And Drew's daughter, Anaya, just beautiful. Just beautiful. Drew is really, really looking good this season. Like, I love seeing Drew, just the glow up. So, I put, yeah, Drew came with her daughter, very cute. So Drew and Cheray, they kiss, they greet each other. You know, they're friendly, they're cordial. Cheray said upon Kenya's request, she said she's not going after Drew's lying ass now. So that's what she said when she gave Drew a hug. She was like, upon Kenya's request, I will not be going after her lying ass right now. So Drew and Sanya chatted up real quick, and Drew just catches Sanya up with what's been going on with her and Ralph, and how Ralph went to LA and they had been arguing and stuff like that. So then that's when we meet Kenya's friend Jamie. So Jamie is Kenya's friend. We don't know where she's from. We just know that's Kenya's friend. She's not of color, and we just meet Jamie. You know, they show us who Jamie is. Kenya greets Jamie. Marlo arrives, and then Marlo's like, is nobody gonna greet me? Like, Marlo comes to the door, she's like, well, who's gonna greet me? Nobody's gonna greet me? So then all of a sudden everyone is facing the door because we're waiting for this grand entrance for Brooklyn. And then here come Candy, Ace, and Blaze. And Candy is so like nonchalant. Candy, like, she walks in and she see everybody looking, she's like, hey everybody. She was like, but why y'all facing this way for? And it was like, oh, Brooklyn comes. She was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's just so random because it's Candy. She was like, hey everybody. It was like, why everybody facing this way? But anyway, so Candy, so Brooklyn comes, and then Candy is talking to Kenya, and she tries to explain why she was late. She was like, something about the assistant. I forgot what she said, but basically Candy barely could get it out because Kenya was like, oh, no one wants to hear the excuses. And like, she basically just shut Candy up, like just shut her up. It was like, nobody want to hear the excuses. And Candy was like, all right, like good, I ain't got to say my excuse no more. Look, I was late. So then they go and they sit down, and Kenya's like, let's play a game. And it was, the title of the game was, what's the best tea you have on somebody? And Candy goes, at a kid's party? Like, we about to really play this as a kid's party? Yeah. So then it cuts to Marlo teaching Brooklyn how to drink tea. It goes to Sanya with her daughter trying to color. And then it goes to Sanya and Deuce. Y'all, Deuce was cutting up and getting on Sanya's nerve. And y'all, Sanya reminds me of my mama. Like, Sanya has like no patience. I ain't gonna say Sanya probably like me at times, because Sanya was like, sit down. Like, she tried to pick him up and sit down. She was like, do you want me to call your dad? She was like, because I'm going to call your dad. He's going to be real mad. She was like, say your head. No time for Deuce. Deuce had her nerves bad. So then they sit down and they play the game. Oh no, they played a game all about Brooklyn. And the crazy thing is Marlo was getting all the questions correct. Because like they were asking questions about what was Brooklyn's first word, what was Brooklyn's middle name, and like all this other stuff. And Marlo knew the answers. And I'm like, that's crazy, because to say like her and Kenya are always at odds, she knows a lot about her daughter. Then they get into the shady tea. My personal opinion, if I'm dropping $10,000 to $15,000 on a party, on my child's third birthday party, there is going to be absolutely nothing that messes it up, because that's a lot of money for me to be dropping. But I guess Kenya said, child, I need to get my money's worth. I need to get $10,000 to $15,000 worth of tea. I need to make this party memorable, because like, why would you want to play that type of party at a child's? Why would you want to play that type of game at a party? Nonetheless, let's get into it. So Kenya was like, it'll be fun tea. So it was at an adult table, an adult game. So the first thing they said when they pull in, it was like Candy sucks dick in the locker room. Yo, they winded Candy up, because Candy was like, it was like another like, what? Candy was like, who said that? It was like literally like, who said that? And Candy was like, speak up, who said it? Honestly, no one fessed up to who said it. And deep down, I want to say Kenya wrote that. I really want to say Kenya wrote that, but I think production wrote that and just threw it in there to just get the pot stirring. That's what deep down, it was either Kenya or production, one of the two. So Kenya was like, we need to move on, because Candy would have stayed on it. Candy needed to know who said that. And then it was so funny, because like Cheray had got a comment. Candy was like, Cheray was like, well, we all know, like Candy, you know, she sucked dick or whatever, like you know, basically trying to say like it's true, but like Cheray, don't do Candy like that. Because one thing about Candy is a free Candy, nasty, but Candy owns it. Candy will let you know, yeah, I did it, and what? Like Candy, if she would have did that in the locker room, Candy was like, yeah, you know, I had my little fun when I was young or whatever, but that's young, you know, I'm with Ty, X, Y, Z. Candy would have owned it. Candy took offense to that. And I'm going to be honest with you, I would have as well. So Kenya was like, well, we need to move on because you were late. So that's what makes me think that Kenya was the one that wrote that. So I say it had to either be a Kenya because she was mad because Candy was late, or it had to have been production because they needed to get something popping for these cameras. So then the next question was it was a archive question. It says then Kenya tells her she was taken aback about the comment of the used Range Rover. So they asked the archive question, and basically they were like, I went on your website and I couldn't see something, or I couldn't order something. And then, you know, Marlo shut that down quick. She was like, you got to fill out a form and then we decide if we're going to entertain it, period. So then Kenya goes and she tells Marlo she was taken aback about the comment of the used Range Rover. And Kenya was like, I don't know where you get that from. And Marlo was basically saying that, yeah, that was Lisa Ray's Range Rover. That was Lisa Ray's Range Rover. And then them two go back and forth because Kenya then tells Marlo, well, you bought a used Rolls Royce. And Marlo like, who? Marlo was like, who bought a used Range Rover? No, a used Rolls Royce. That was brand new off the lot. So they going back and forth, and then they pick another card, and then the card says someone doesn't pay their assistant. So you already know what this is coming to. Drew looking, Cheray like, bitch. So Drew starts talking, but I'm gonna be honest with you, at that moment I did not like Drew in that manner, because Drew would not allow Cheray to get a word in. Like Drew just kept talking, like she just kept talking, and Cheray was like, you know, every time Cheray would say something, Drew would just start talking and get loud. Like, relax, baby, we already heard it. Like, let Cheray say something. So Cheray literally like told her, like, Cheray literally told her, like, would you shut the F up so I can talk? Like, you know, for 1 second so I could talk. And then, I ain't gonna lie, Cheray had some valid points. Cause she was like, cause you told Candy this, and you told Candy that, you told Candy this. You know, you could have came to me, but you went and told Candy. So, all of a sudden, Cheray friend, Fatima, why Cheray talking? Her, what's her name? Fatima or Fatim, whatever her name was, child. It was something with an F. She jumps in and she said, yo, that was so funny to me, because she was like, is she the one who said, is she the one with the gay husband? Or she was like, is she the one who they said her husband is gay? And y'all, it was like, ooh, like the whole table was like, ooh, like, it was like, who said that? Like who said that? And then Cheray literally tried to shut her up. Cheray like, yeah, Cheray was like, you know, like, Cheray already stuttered. So Cheray like, cause she like, why my friend did this? Cheray said that like, you know, like shit. Cheray was trying to shut her friend up so bad, y'all. Like she was like chill, like girl. Then Karen, cause you know they all fussing. Now they fussing. Cheray, Drew, Fatima jumping in for Cheray, you know, whatever. So I call her Karen, but it was really Jamie. Kenya's friend Jamie got up and she had to just get her camera time in, baby, because she goes, wait, what she put? I wrote, our kids are here. This is embarrassing. So she gets up while they're fussing. Nobody's paying her no mind. Nobody else seem to care that they fussing. You know, they like, you know, they getting loud. And everybody like, you know, whoa, like, you know, everybody like, you know, we could fuss, but you gotta be low. You know, the children playing over there, like, you know, like fuss, but fuss low. So, Jamie gets up and she's like, this is embarrassing. Our kids are here. And then the first time she did it, you know, everybody just looked and then she storms off. And then Sanya was like, go, lady, go. And then Marlo's like, I don't know why she keep complaining. She know what happened when you get these girls, you know, together. She said, when you get a bunch of girls, what can go? No, that's what Marlo said. She said, I don't know why she complaining, because you know, once you get a bunch of girls together, what can go on? And Marlo's right. You know, when you get a bunch of women like that together, some cattiness will arise. So, like, I'm sure you've done, whatever, I'm sure she's done worse than for her child. So, like, relax, because your child wasn't even worried about what was going on the table. They had that party looked like they had stations for them kids. They looked like they had a bunch of things them kids could sit and do to keep themselves entertained. And I'm more than sure there were chaperones and extra nannies on deck to make sure all the kids were playing well and occupied versus listening to what the adults had going on. So, Marlo gets up and Marlo apologizes to her, and Marlo begins telling her, like, you know, don't take it personal. Like, I'm sorry, don't take it personal. And then Kenya gets up and apologizes, and Kenya's like, look, don't take it personal, but you know, you could go, but don't take it personal. And Marlo was like, let it go with her, baby. Like, Marlo was like, let it go, bye. And then Marlo said, Kenya, don't invite your white friends that don't get it, because it's like, girl, the girls who get it, and the girls who don't, they gotta go. They got to go. Marlo's like, don't invite your white friends. And then there was a little white lady sitting next to Marlo with her daughter on her lap, and Marlo was like, you good. Like, you can stay, because you know, you understand how it goes or whatever like that. So they still going back and forth. Cheray called Drew a ditzy bitch. And Drew was like, did you call me a ditzy bitch? And Cheray was like, I did, bitch. Like, y'all, they still going back and forth. And Kenya's like, there are kids. Please don't raise your voice. And then Candy sitting right there. Candy with her little food. Candy is annoyed because Candy is still very much upset that somebody said that she sucked dick in the locker room. So Candy like, we shouldn't have even, Candy with her little food, like Candy had something to her, we shouldn't have even played this at no kids' party. Like Candy was like, well, you don't play this type of game at a party. And Kenya was like, this young lady here, you didn't hear what she was trying to tell you. So, Kenya then tells Drew because Drew was just going off. And Kenya was like, you didn't hear what this lady was just now trying to tell you? That, she said that Anthony was going around saying that your husband was gay. And, Drew was like, I'll take it into consideration. I'm sorry. So King was like, you didn't hear what this lady had to tell you? And then that's when Drew started saying, well, I'll take it into consideration. And everybody was like, what? Like they was like, saying, it was like, they called your husband gay. Everybody like, what? And Drew was like, wait, I didn't hear. And Drew was like, I did not hear, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry, but I didn't hear that. And they like, yeah, child, basically saying Anthony's saying that your husband is gay. Cause I don't know what Drew said she was gonna do, but yeah, whatever. But they go and they sing Brooklyn Happy Birthday. Kenya mentioned now that Mark is less in the picture. She doesn't want Brooklyn to feel that. Marlo said okay, so they wrapped that up. Drew was like, she'll handle it or whatever like that. Okay, so at the table, go back to the table, little Roy. So they were like, you didn't hear what she had to say? And Drew was like, no, I didn't hear, or whatever. And it was like, what? Like, she basically said that Anthony said your husband was gay. And Drew was like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. And they wrapped that up. So I guess Drew's like, she's going to handle that, whatever she deals with Anthony or whatever like that. So they cut to them singing Brooklyn Happy Birthday. And then that's when Kenya mentions that because Mark is now out of the picture, she doesn't want, Brooklyn to feel that. So basically it sounds like Kenya's gonna be overcompensating to fill that void. I'm not saying that's what she's gonna do, but that's what it pretty much sounds like. Like she's like, she doesn't want Brooklyn to feel that her dad's not around. So then it cuts to all the girls at the end of the party. After they sung Brooklyn Happy Birthday, all the girls were like gathering to say their last goodbyes. And then Marlo tries to like bring the unity in. And she's like, basically like, Kenya and I always have our disagreements, but we always manage to like pull it together. Like she said, me and Kenya always have cat fights, but we've came a long way. Y'all laughed about my event. She said, y'all can kiki about that. And then Drew said, well, she should have said something, has they ever said something about your husband? So then Drew goes and Drew says, well, if somebody had something to say about my husband, they should have came and said it to me, or some shit like that. So at this point, Cheray is just over Drew. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. I am too. Like, Drew, let it go. Let it go, Drew. Let it go. Like, let it go. So Candy was like, I gotta go, but y'all gonna be ready for New York? And Drew is just doing the most not Cheray face. She's like, okay, like, oh, like, girl, just doing the most. And that is how episode 3 ends, y'all. I'm so sorry I'm late with this review. I need to rewatch episode. I watched the 4th episode, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't watch it. So I'm gonna watch it and come back with a review. But if you made it to the end of this video, y'all, I do appreciate y'all. I know I'm just starting out. I know my reviews could be long-winded, but if you guys watched it and you liked it, give me some tips, because I'm just not getting, I wouldn't say tips, suggestions. Give me some suggestions so that way I can get better. We can build a conversation or whatever. But once again, thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, I do appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.